Alright, finally got my hands on it. We have the large Cynthia's Garchomp EX Premium Collection with 3 promos and some plastic. Not really, much else to say on this one so far. Honestly, I thought this would end up being harder to find, you know, at, like, MSRP or, like, around it, because everyone's, like, crazy over Cynthia, but, like, yeah, I didn't, like, find it day one, but it wasn't that challenging. Then again, I also wasn't, like, going wild trying to find it either. Anyways, for our promos, we have Cynthia's Gible right here. A bit of a Cosmos effect going on. Yeah, it's not an actual promo, it is just a, was that Destined Rivals, DRI? Just the standard Cosmos. Then we go to the Gabite, same story, DRI again. I want to say it's Destined Rivals, but I actually don't think I remember even reading that, but I mean, this box is from the era, so we have Cynthia's Gabite, and finally Cynthia's Garchomp EX, which is an actual promo, number 204. And this is a beautiful card. I still like these, like, full art cards that have the trainer in the background. I've discussed it so many times, though. Regular full arts are boring. This kind of fixed the issue for me. In this case, it's just a beautiful card. Now, of course, we are going to have a handful of packs to do in this video, so let's see what we actually have here. We have a Destined Rivals, a Journey Together, a Paradox Rift. We have a code card right there. Is it usually in the packs? I feel like it's usually in the cards. That's weird, but hey, there's the code card. Destined Rivals, another Paradox. Oh, only one Journey Together and 2 Destined Rivals, and then they just... I guess they had some of these to get rid of still. But I like Paradox Rift, I'm fine with it. But before we get into those, let's check out the rest of this little collection. So, of course, we have the acrylic standees. Not really my thing, but hey, I'll take it. You also have a backdrop here. And we have one of their little Polaroid sticker things that I still think is just like a fantastic option. Like, obviously, if you're going to get a card signed, right, like you're going to meet like a voice actor from, like, something Pokemon, you're gonna want to get, like, the card signed, but I still think this is a fantastic option, right? Like, it right there, like, perfect blank space for the signature. I don't know, I think it's a neat idea. Anyways, gotta get rid of this thing. Bam, new backdrop acquired. Just gonna put these things together. Yeah, these are literally just, like, taped in. It's not even really taped like that. It's just kind of like a sticky paper back there. Like, it's pretty dang reusable, as I learned with the Iona one. Of course, we got the big boy right here. Yeah, it's gonna have like a little bit of patience and just slowly press up on the back of it until eventually the whole thing just kind of like pops off. Actually a little satisfying, I won't lie. I think the bigger ones are a bit less satisfying, because I feel like I'm risking like breaking them. But like the smaller ones, pretty satisfying to pop out of this this plastic here. And I know some people are like really big on this like standee thing. It was never really my thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a junk hoarder. There's a reason the channel is named what it is, but it just, I don't know, it never really interested me. I'd rather have, like, I don't know, if I'm gonna have something Garchomp, right, to, like, display, I'd rather have, like, a figure, not like a 2D print on plastic. God, this Garchomp is fighting me. Like, I'm trying not to put too much pressure and risk breaking the acrylic. There we go. Alright, so this time I'm actually going to set these up just like they have it presented on the back of the box. So in that case, they have Garchomp right about here. And then Roserade is kind of like behind, like there-ish. As far as our big platform here, they did the Ultra Ball right there, which isn't quite inserting correctly. There we go, I got it in. Then they had Cynthia on the back left, and our little Gabite right there in the center. And then that is the centermost piece, kind of obviously. And then Spiritomb is kind of behind there, and then Roselia is right about there. And bam, we have it set up basically how, you know, as close as I can with eyeballing it, as they do here on the back of the box. Man, look at me go. I'm an artist. I don't know, I still think it's a neat idea, right? I love seeing the Pokemon Company do, like, more unique things. Right, a little bit of a zoom in here. Like, I like seeing them do more unique things like this. It's just not my thing. But I'm still happy to see them, like, trying, right? Anyways, we are going to start off with our 3 Paradox Rift, and then we're going to end off with our Journey Together, because, man, I just love that set. Which is hilarious, because it's one of the more recent sets that, like, people didn't really go as crazy over. Like, at least, like, the scalping side of things, thankfully. Whoa, that is a wild cut. Like, I know that the cutting on code cards is usually, like, very much not a focus at all for the Pokemon Company, but That is wildly off. It's actually it's wild that it's so far off, yet we don't have, you know, any more, like, you know, the next code card in the sheet, right? Like, it's, God, they do some black borders on these. That is a crazy forehead. Anyways, we have the Whismur, the Doublade Surskit, the Magby. Maybe one of my 3 Paradox Rifts will be the next one in line right here, you know? Like, maybe I'll have another big 4-headed one. The Ambipom Snorlax, the Reverse Rumoraid, Reverse Vanillite, and an AG Slash. Okay, I'm setting that code card to the side. I wanna have hope that we can find its Siamese twin here. So let's pull it out. What do we have? Oh, come on, that's a regular cut. It's actually a pretty good cut for a code card. Like, again, that's not really like a priority. I don't think anyone really cares. As long as the whole code is on there, it does not matter. Can you get code cards graded? Surely, right? Like, surely there's a product out there that was, like, really rare, and the code card itself, even with the code being used, like, the code card itself has, like, some value behind it, right? Shine Pal, and okay, well, I dropped the pull. We pulled a Bombardier EX. I have tried to shiny hunt this thing twice, and failed both times. And by failed, I mean I got bored, because I spent hours doing it. Both times. Like, I still want to find this thing shiny. I like him. I don't even like him that much that I would want to shiny hunt him twice, but I just kind of did. And, God, I'm gonna have to go at it a third time. I have gotta find this shiny bird. I do feel like Bombardier is a bit underrepresented, though. People don't seem to talk about that bird much. I really like the concept, right? I actually recently played, for the first time in years, the game Raft. If anybody remembers Raft, it's a really fun game. I played it with a buddy of mine pretty recently, and, again, I hadn't played since the game was still, like, a new thing and, like, early access beta, whatever, and I didn't know that, like, they added, like, creatures and stuff to the game, and there's a bird that literally does what Bombardier does. Like, we're on this island, and I'm like, oh, it's a big bird, and, like, we're trying to find stuff, and the next thing I know, the bird flies over me with a rock and drops it on my head. So yeah, big bird is big threat. Parasol Lady, and a Giant Pal Hollow again. Hey there, it's Green Man, again. If you guys are liking this video, and you want some more content, because the 3 videos I do a week aren't quite enough, consider checking out the join button down below. For just $3 a month, the same number of videos that I put out a week, well, you'll get a bonus video every Monday, unless something goes wrong. On top of that, you'll get a few extra perks. You get your name shouted out at the end of each video. You also get a special role in the Discord, and as of recently, there are now exclusive members-only channels. You get some really cool Absol emotes. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Alright, well, it's all of the Paradox Rift out of the way, and sadly no special code cards to go with our other one. But now we can move on to Destined Rivals. I mean, the only pull we got out of the 3 Paradox Rift being just a standard EX, I'm fine with it, alright? If we got lower pull luck in the first half, that means we gotta have some better pull luck in the second half, right? Hopefully, maybe? I mean, I'd rather get a pull from Destined Rivals or Journey Together. Especially Destined Rivals, because I haven't got to do a lot of it. I haven't got to do a lot of either, to be honest with you. You get the Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon, Team Rocket's Brotherbot, right? Yeah, Botherbot. I'm dyslexic. Cynthia's Melotic, Buzel, and okay! There is the pull luck that we were talking about. Ethan's Ho-Oh EX as a gold secret rare. Not that secret rare means that much anymore. Number 239 of 182. That's so many secret rares anymore, man. Now, see, all I need to follow this up is we just need to pull the special illustration rare, Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. That card looks fantastic. Here it is on the screen. I mean, of course, I think it's going to be a reverse slot only, so it's not going to be here. Yeah, Team Rocket's Articuno. But, man, that's one of the cards I really want. So many of the, the high chase cards in this set are just wonderful. I also love this Articuno card. Just basic holo, but it looks really cool. I like it. 2 packs to go, but man, I'm already happy. Like, of course I would be stoked for another pull. Maybe the other Ethan's OO, or maybe the special illustration Cynthia's Garchomp, which is obviously would be super fitting as well. We have Arvin's Toad Scroll, Team Rocket's Coughing, Smoliv, Torchic, Arcanine, Team Rocket's Giovanni, Cynthia's Spiritomb, Team Rocket's Pupitar, and the Granite Cave. Alright, well, and really, okay, I was about to say, well, okay, we're done with Destined Rivals, but, you know, that is fantastic. And hold on, Wow, that is a very minor change. Like, I knew this was a promo, so it would technically be different art. Wow. Yeah, it is only technically different art. Man, that is wild. Like, this is the very, very minor change. It reminds me of the Charizard card. Actually, I think I have it nearby. Let me go grab it. Okay, I lied. It's in a cabinet that's kind of like blocked off right now. But here on screen, they did the Charizard card, the Charizard EX, and then they did the other Charizard EX, so this is a slightly different change in pose. But then they put them together on like a large jumbo as like a lenticular card, so as it moves, you see both versions, so it looks like the Charizard is moving. Like, does that not just scream that they're going to do the same thing here? They're just going to give us a lenticular Garchomp EX that just moves with the other Garchomp. All I'm saying is if I'm at like a tournament, right, I'm playing the TCG, and somebody sends out Garchomp, I mean, I'm not even going to notice that one of them is a promo and the other one isn't. Like, it's such a minor change. But hey, I'm happy to have both. Alright, our last pack, the Journey Together. Honestly, this video's journey has been fantastic already, so I'm cool with whatever we find in here. You know what? I'm cool with this Fungus. That's all that we needed. Let's see. We have Ins Daramaka, Noibat. Can we get an Ins PP up in here? That'll really cap off this video. Ins Kling Klang, Hop Sandaconda, Mr. Mime Reverse. Alright, Ins PP up reverse. Please, please, please. Oh, Lily's comfy. And, okay, and we got another EX out of it. What do you know? This was a pretty good pull rate. Like, man, I mean, we got 2 standard EXs, 1 full art, and 1 golden full art. 4 out of 6 packs. That is wild. I mean, out of a 6-pack box, man, I'm granted one of these is a promo, but, like, just fantastic. Especially, you know, the Ethan Zoho. I once again forgot to change my computer settings, so if you guys heard a weird audio glitch a bit ago, I do apologize. Anyways, it is now time for the bonus card of the day. Explanations will be right down there in that corner. As always, we are pulling a random card from the back, playing Guess the Year. And we have a Brilliant Stars sleeve. I mean, best set from Sword and Shield era. God, 2022. I feel so old. The Sword and Shield era, like Brilliant Stars specifically, just doesn't feel like 2022 to me. Anyways, no price tag or anything, so we're playing Guess the Year. And as far as card conditioning, there's a little bit of a little dibbit of white there, a little bit there. Yeah, our corners have like very tiny indications of age. It's enough that honestly, I'm not wanting to go... Should I just go 2022? Should I just assume that this is a Brilliant Stars card? You know what? We're going to do it. I'm going to do 2022. We have, okay, Manaphy from 2023. I was going to say, I think 2023 and up is just slightly too new based on those tiny little divots. Nope, 2023, we have the Manaphy. A beautiful looking card from the Galarian Gallery from Crown Zenith. I still remember thinking the Galarian Gallery is like an interesting segue, right? Because we had the Trainer Gallery starting with Brilliant Stars that kind of introduced the Trainer Gallery, and we had that for, what, 3 sets? And then we had Galarian Gallery for a singular set with Crown Zenith. And then we immediately moved on to Scarlet and Violet, and they're like, hey, we're just going to start doing illustration rares. Which, don't get me wrong, is I still think the best thing that they ever did. But I honestly liked the Trainer Gallery more than the Galarian Gallery they did in Crown Zenith. So I kind of wish they would have just gotten just one more set with Trainer Gallery before we would have moved on. But hey, I'm still happy, and this is a beautiful Manaphy that we got out of that change happening, so I'm cool with it. I was taking a closer look at the card to see if there's any, like, harder to spot Pokemon, right? Because obviously we have our Wishy-Washy all throughout here, is the big scolding form. You know, Piggypeck, Mimikyu, all of that. But right down here, look at that. We got a little guy hiding here in the corner, like, underneath the text in that little bar right there. Like, I always like that on these cards where they have multiple Pokemon featured, like, trying to spot some that might not be immediately noticed. And yeah, he's just kind of hiding there in the corner. I don't think there's any other, like, harder to spot ones. Like, it's mostly just Wishy-Washy and the Brushix. And then, of course, you know, we have Marini here, and which I feel like it's a little bit hidden, but not really. I don't know. I'm a nerd. But you can go back into sleeve for the time being. I can't think of a good segue to Green Screen Man. You know what? Let's go to Green Screen Man. He's going to give you a game recommendation based on the game that he's been playing recently. Okay, hi, it's Green Screen Man. So the game I've been playing recently, Planet Crafter, it's really cool. It's on Steam. It's not very expensive, although I got it on sale, and maybe that's why I don't think it was expensive. Effectively, just player versus environment. You're stuck on a planet, stranded, think like soulless, death-filled planet. And your job is to slowly rebuild the planet and to terraform it. So slowly over time, you're building up the heat on the planet. You're slowly producing more and more oxygen. And eventually you start actually seeing nature return, or rather come to the planet for the first time, all through your hands. As far as combat, there really isn't any there, but the world is far bigger than I expected it to be, and then there ended up being like, now there's like 2 worlds that you can go to. It's part of a free update. Basically, once you complete that world, and I'm not even close to that, and I've put some time into it. I've been addicted, and I just kind of wanted to mention it. So check out Planet Crafter. It's really cool. I don't know if it's on any consoles yet. Hopefully one day. There, how was that for a segue to the outro? Yeah, I know, weird tangent. Anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. A massive shout out to my YouTube channel members. Pokey Hoarder J, Obsidian, Smokey of the Sun, Andrew B, Bod, Reed, Katie Huff 21, Lana C, Kiss of Ember, Air, Generips Pokemon, Lycan, Carr, Ava, Reese, Billy Wilma, Obsidian Panther, and an F-Wool. I don't know why I started to like choke up there. If you want to watch some more content, on this side is going to be a random video that I think you might enjoy. This side is going to be a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos if you feel like binging, and finally, the link above my head will take you to the community Discord if you want to join in. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye for now.